are on episode 4, and this is like the male review. It's the guy version of the Phel Me podcast hashtag, because you fail me.
I fail you.
So this is like the tip of the iceberg right here. This is like, after this, it's all like downhill from here.
Hopefully. Set the bar high.
No. Happy fucking birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. I said fucking because now you're rubbing off on me. And you haven't even said the F-bomb.
I haven't dropped it yet. So
but I did it already twice.
I think it's your bad.
It is my bad. No, seriously, but I am so glad you're spending your birthday with us. Food coma with some fideo with Mom.
Yeah.
Like, thank you, Mom.
Yeah, that was really good.
Man.
Put me late, an hour or so late here. So.
But your mom's like super sweet, and she knows that the way to the man's heart is through his belly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
She got her man that way, I think, and was cooking for him. It was funny. I was so oblivious to my mom and her, I guess her boyfriend now. Like before they started talking, I didn't even know she had a crush on him or anything. And like, she told me one day, like, cause she always plays Word Feud on her phone, like Scrabble, pretty much. And she plays on her phone, and she was playing with him. She'd always talk about it, and then I was just sitting there one day, and she's like trying to work up the courage to tell me they're dating. And the way she tells it, she's like, "So Charles and I took things to the next level." And I'm like,
from Scrabble.
But I'm just like, what game are you talking about? Like, I was so clueless.
He's on the next level app.
Yeah, I'm like, did it stack or something? Like, what's going on here? I had no clue that my sister. She's like, how did you not see all this stuff? And I'm like, I don't know.
But they come and support you.
Yeah. They go a lot. So it's funny. It's funny. See, I always have to call her out on stage.
So how did you feel? You're like, cha-ching, she's dating this guy.
I don't care about stuff. Like, it's not me, so I don't.
No, but she did come out for your last couple of shows.
Mm-hmm.
I love that she's very inspirational to some of your comedy.
Yeah, that bidet. The bidet joke.
Bidet.
Yeah,
so
I feel
Google
weird going to the restroom now, because now she's like, wonder if he really needs to use a restroom, or he's just like enjoying the bidet out there, so don't judge me.
She will never know. Yeah. Mom, you'll never know.
She'll know when she sees
Maybe
the water
you'll
bill.
know.
When she sees that water bill, she'll know.
This guy. Luckily, you don't live with your mom, though. So ladies, he is a single guy that does not live at home with his mom.
Exactly.
And has his own bidet.
Not yet. Well, it does come out of it's already included in our rent, so this would be the time to actually get a bidet when it's on the landlord's tab.
When water's included, right? Yeah. That's hilarious.
Let me get one installed at work.
See, this is why we hang out with comedians, because they bring out the giggles. I love that. No, I've been going through some things, and you've always encouraged me, and I hope I reciprocate it. I know it's a little bit more of a feminine brand than I was before, but you know that I put out the same work and you put out the same work. So tell us what work you have in store for us. We do have some things kind of up our sleeve later.
Yeah.
And we have been doing some fundraising things for the Ritz, and we have hopefully cruisers.
Where are you at, cruisers?
We're calling you out right now.
Gonna tag them at this.
We are.
The 3-minute mark, cruisers.
3:20.
Yeah. Market cruisers. You better answer our calls. We want to show there again, guys.
We've already have other connections and things, but one of the highlights I want to bring up is that you're in the brand, the Ben magazine, is kind of a favorited magazine towards who knows who, right? And so you kind of get in and you nominate people, and then you vote on people, and then they get the best of the best at the Ben. So that's the coastal Ben. So it could be a privilege, but you're nominated.
That's awesome.
And I tagged you today.
Yeah, I did see that. And
said, we're going to push some things. And there's heavy competition on there. I'm not going to lie. Corpus, comedy has been on the up. Yeah, it really has.
It's so weird. I like it, though.
You've produced a couple shows already.
Yeah, I never thought, who would have thought? It started with an edible. I took an edible on a plane ride and ended up next to a district attorney, and next thing I know, I'm producing a show at Cruisers.
Shout out to Mark.
Yeah, Mark Gonzalez.
But we're hoping to help them rebuild. They were under some heavy circumstances, and we want to have the opportunity to come back and do some comedy. And we're putting it out there, Mark. We want to do a roast.
Yeah, roasted DA.
A roasted, donations.
Or even their future mayor there, Joe Cruz. He's mayor of Petronilla, hopefully.
It's there. We're throwing it out there. It's for 455 right here.
Yeah.
So we'll mark
vote for
this
them.
too.
Well, I need to talk to their police, see what their police policy is. Hopefully, it's like the weed one because cops out there are bad. I don't like
Petronelia?
Petronelia and Driscoll area. Like that's the big smuggling area there. So the cops are trained. Like they have blood on those. And so I don't like messing with those areas out there. So.
Smuggling. Well,
Petronelia is about as far as I go.
We're just talking about the other planes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But no, we're going to get some really good opportunities. We've had the opportunity for you to go into the flock. We've gave them, a shout out, but we want to do that again because they're really...
They're letting us go post out there and all that and give out tickets. So I like that. I like how they're doing that. It's a cool little spot. I want to get the college crowd. I think we need to get the college kids into our shows now.
I think that would be a good opportunity.
It's a new side of town we need to get. We got far south side with Sal's and downtown with Mesquite, so we need...
And even Midtown sort of from, with the other Mesquite.
Yeah, right off the freeway you have Mesquite south side, so I think hitting the college is the next best thing.
I think you're right. And so everybody, let's encourage every time you go to the flock.
Tell them, we want comedy out there.
We need comedy for
yeah,
sure.
bug them.
And Blake, Trevino, Blakey the comic. Yes.
Yeah, and Jen too. Jen's the one who wants the mic more. Like Jen's the one who approached them. Jen De La Fuente. I don't want to try to steal her thing, but if they don't want to give us open mic, we'll do a showcase there. I don't care. We
just
want
like one
shows.
show and let us
show
you what we got.
Yeah. But yeah, and then who was it? Ritz too. We want to do another one with them.
Well, they've already kind of said this is the year.
Just need to get a date for them.
But we have a couple other little spots that we're going to be hitting up. Specifically on the island too.
Yeah, we spread out.
Yes.
The scene is there's too many comics now for all us to be in that one little clumped up area. We need to hit the island. We need to hit Port A.
Well, you travel,
yeah.
So you don't just stay in the clusterfuck. You've actually gone to different states.
Yeah.
And we're going to a different state in April, but let's talk about some of the states you've already visited.
Yeah, I did pretty much the Midwest Rustic Belt area, like Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Iowa so far. The states that no one really wants to travel to. Like they say, hey, do you want to come do comedy in Iowa? I'm like, why am I going to Iowa? I have no...
So those are the states, but you've been inner city, in Texas. So how many places have you been?
Oh, no, Texas I haven't done many. I did Laredo, Austin, San Antonio.
Corpus.
Yeah, Corpus. Because I haven't gone to the Valley. It took me forever to go to Laredo just because, my car smells like a pound probably in there.
But you made it through the border.
Yeah, I made it through
recently.
The checkpoints. But man, that dog, he hit on my trunk, and they had me pop the trunk. The dog jumped in, did circles in the trunk, and just sat down.
Yeah, but you messaged me prior and was like, hey, and I was like, I will bail you out. And then he's like, the dog jumped in my trunk, but I made it. And we're like, clappy hands, emoji.
That was nerve-wracking, though. Because, my friend, he tipped me off. He's like, hey,
but you were trying to smoke, so much before you even left. You were telling me earlier how many...
It was like a quarter ounce. Trying to get through within like an hour's time frame, and
the life of a comedian.
Yeah, it's so silly.
Yeah, but you made it.
Yeah,
and you hosted that night.
Yeah,
which we were there.
Mesquite. That was fun.
Yes, I hadn't been in a minute.
19 comics.
There was a lot.
19 comics, and with me hosting, there's 20. That's nuts. When I started comedy, there was like 4 to 6 on average. That was the sign up, and like you would be done by. Show started at 9. By 10 o'clock, show's over. And
kudos Corpus.
Yeah.
Hello.
I remember that.
We're bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, not to plug myself in there real quick, but we did do an article in the Crossroads newspaper on comedians and comedy and stuff, and I really hope that helped bring out some vibes within it.
Yeah.
But I think that when we come back from New York, it's going to be completely different.
I'm hoping
the experience you're going to get there and that I'm going to get there.
I think just the story.
Because I'm going to be going more as a spectator and a videographer, photographer kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
If I get the itch, I told you I'm going to get up there.
gotta get your money ready to pay.
I have some stuff. But I don't. This is you're giving me an opportunity to see a different side of even your dream. You can see it, and I get to. It's just crazy, and I don't even know.
Got somebody calling in for the night. They're listening live.
Sorry.
Appreciate your calls, guys.
It's probably one of my kids.
No, it's a fan.
It's a fan. You're
I posted
right.
on my MySpace that I was going to be out here.
MySpace.
So. Yeah, it's blowing up.
We're
right
back
now.
in
We're probably
2011.
crashing the servers right now with my MySpace
it.
activity.
Dude, no, seriously though, you have fans.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
You have crazy fans. Like, I stay out of the messenger as much as possible. Like, that is not my thing. I don't get paid for that part, but you get interesting messages, and you do have fans. You legitly have people that are like, dude, where are you going to be? Let's do this.
Yeah,
you probably, for every show, are the comedian that sells the most tickets. And that's like on an 8-ticket show. Like, there's like almost 8 comedians. You are the top person that people want to come to and see. And I think, your vivaciousness and like your passion to do what you do, and we've said like in 5 years you're not gonna be where you are. Like this job, you've been there. We're buying a house. We're not gonna do all this. Like, this is what you want to do, and it takes courage to follow a dream. Like, seriously. I went to this act of kindness thing yesterday, and I kept like thinking of how many trials like every speaker went through to get to where they were, and you're like on the pivotal moment of your life where you're doing exactly that. You're making it all happen, and you're following steps, and you know what your goals are and where we're going to be at the end of the year. And I think that's incredible, and I commend you for that.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not easy, but I think having partnering up with y'all helped, because a lot of times I just sit around. I'm like, I got these ideas, but I'm lazy and
I pick your brain.
I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything
and
right
then I
now.
write them down.
I need someone to be like, hey, what do you want to do about this? Or like, let me just talk and spitball something.
And as a person, like, I am intense, so I kind of like stay at you and like, hey,
and
I haven't heard from you. Like, we need to get like things going.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do? Like, what content are we putting out? Like, I am aggressive, but I hope
but I'm very lazy, so it works. I'm like a koala or sloth. You know what I mean? I don't want to do much. So
hey,
just let me tell jokes or tell stories. I don't even think I tell jokes anymore. I think I feel like I sound like an old man ranting with an alcoholic beverage in my hand.
But like in the moment, you don't even know what you're saying. It's not till you rewatch yourself and you're like, oh my god, I am a funny ass guy. That's why I got that standing ovation in the middle of my entire.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was so cool.
Yeah, I think that one stands out to me, and then even the Gemini one at the very end of the Gemini show was such a loud pop to bring Michelle into and all that. That was
and dude,
amazing.
She's incredible.
Yeah,
Michelle,
she kept that energy up.
Dude, she just has this like, it's like everything. Yeah. Like, if you ever like think of a porcelain doll's face and like how you want the like, she to me that's how she is. And shout out to the lady at the taqueria in Flower Bluff. Like, seriously, she has that same porcelain face. Every time I go, I'm like, they look like they could be sisters. Anyway.
Oh wow.
I just love them.
Yeah, Michelle's awesome. I remember the first time I saw her, I'm like, holy crap, this girl is funny. She is something else. So learn to handle your drugs, though, Michelle. You need to learn El Diablo. Can't put you out like that. You're a big star now.
You're not having a heart attack, Mama.
You're a big star now. People are gonna be offering you way stronger drugs. So learn to ride the ride. Just enjoy it. Double down next time. Take 2. And just say, you know what? This is the path they put me on.
And write it out.
Just write it out.
Don't call 911. We love you, but just not.
Oh, that was a funny story.
I love that. I love that. Jiminy. Shout out to Jimmy for letting us even do that. And he was like all out of, commission that night. Yeah.
But like back to traveling, it's been fun. I think now I want to start focusing on. Like doing more of the street interviews, sidewalk interviews, and I'm telling you, I do feel like our education system has gone downhill here, and I want to prove it by asking people like, hey, I'm traveling these places, point out some of this stuff. Like, what are your thoughts on this? What do you know about this? Because I'm one of those idiots. Like when they said they were going to Iowa, I'm like, dude, isn't that like I thought Iowa and Idaho were right next to each other. Like to me, those are both like irrelevant states.
I would be that educated idiot.
So I'd be like, they're like, where's it on the map? I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's somewhere in the middle where no one goes. Like, it's where everybody flies over.
I think past Kentucky in that like area, I get kind of like, and then I'm like, oh.
Well, see, growing up, I always thought that was like the racist area, kind of, but it's more like Alabama
that's why
and
I
all that. But
forgot
like,
it.
I always just like, I like as a brown person, like go to Kentucky. I'm like, oh, I ain't going to Kentucky. Like,
I'm from Kentucky,
Yeah.
little Kentucky people.
and look
like
how
my
far you
family.
went away from it.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's just be fair. Like, it's completely evolved. Like, not in an inbred way though. Like, in like a multi. Cultural way.
Mhm.
Cultural is the word
Oh yeah,
now
y'all
because
look so cultural.
dude, that was that was crazy. That was an experience. Like I couldn't wait to tell you because like seriously, but between me, Sam, and the DJ, like and two like African Americans.
Mm-hmm.
We were the only like people that of color, and they called us cultural. Wanted to take pictures of us and put them on their walls. I had men telling me they liked my wedged Nike sneakers, and that my bangs said a lot about a person.
Wow. They
Yeah.
can't relate. Didn't have bangs.
No,
They used to have long hair, but never
that's
bangs.
insane, right?
Yeah, it's
No.
weird cultural
No.
thing.
But yeah, and like we're cultural, and he wanted to take a picture of us. And then they were like, "Where are you from?" So I was like, "Corpus." They're like, what?"
That's like how we react when
They look
somebody says like
completely like-
Robstown or the Bluff. You're like, oh shit! Like that's what Port
Like, how do
Hastings
y'all
Corpus.
look like? We did not look like. I think they thought we were exotic,
Yeah, that's.
and
funny.
we were like vacationing and porting.
Mhm. That's pretty funny.
That's
I like
weird.
that.
It's weird though. Like
Yeah.
just the reaction was just like, I mean, and then another lady even she did her teeth like because we were like she was like where y'all from? We were like Flower Bluff. She's like and then tells us like a story about her experience, and the whole time I'm thinking like, but we both graduated there,
Yeah.
so like any experience you have we're biased and shut up. Like, we love our place. Like, but we were just smiling and nodding, when somebody like speaks Spanish and you're just like, yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
look
sure.
Spanish. I look Mexican. I don't
I
know.
don't know any Spanish. I need to
Yeah.
learn Spanish.
Yeah, Rosetta. We need to do Rosetta Stone together.
That's what I heard. Apparently, I told that to someone and they said I dated myself with my age because they're like, dude, no one uses Rosetta Stone anymore. It's
Oh.
yeah. Apparently, there's new translator apps and all that stuff. So yeah,
We
they're like,
just,
how old? Yeah,
we
they
just
look at me,
dated
they're like,
ourselves. We're about to be 40 people.
Yeah,
So
they're like
Rosetta
how old are you when I said
is-
Rosetta Stone?
Damn, Blake.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I didn't
But
know.
I do need to learn. I do want to learn Spanish. I want to do comedy in another country. I think that would be
Dude, that would be badass.
that would be cool to be able to.
Ooh, go to Brazil. Because some of your stuff would be
that's
funny,
okay.
like, but a Brazilian has
Yeah,
that.
Portuguese. It's I don't know. They're
I just thought Antonio Banderas in like comedy.
What he is? He's Mexican.
Is he Mexican? Oh, I don't know. I thought it was
I don't-
Brazilian.
You're the celebrity person, not me. I watch cartoons.
I am.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, New York's gonna be fun.
I'm on
excited
his
for New York.
sativa right now, guys. So I truly, it's
Yeah.
his birthday.
Yeah,
So
that's,
Antonio, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna see this. I'm not that famous.
Maybe I will be famous.
Tag him in
We're
it.
gonna be
We like it.
famous.
Yeah, a few years from now, we'll get it.
6 months.
6 months, we'll see. Do something stupid.
I light
go
candles
viral.
every night.
You do?
Legit.
I don't. I light a little wax melter thing. That's about it.
I tore some shit up. I love this. Okay, so your expectations for New York.
Oh, I don't know. I know it's going to be hectic just getting around to the different mics and all that stuff.
Just the experience
Just
and the traveling.
walking. To me, it's going to be like Vegas walking. You've been to Vegas.
And we have to
right?
take a small carry-on bag, apparently.
Carry on to what?
A carry-on bag. We can't take too much stuff because we have to carry our luggage to Airbnbs. Like,
Yeah, but that's fine. I think it'd be, my suitcase
No,
has wheels.
But yeah, because you're a guy.
Yeah.
I have to take one suitcase.
No, they have this. Oh man, I felt so weird because I felt girly almost. I was talking to my boss, and she's starting to travel now. And on my phone, a picture of a suitcase popped up where it actually has an extension thing where it goes up, so you could have like your hanging and stuff and all that. And like I kind of just geeked out on this suitcase. I'm like, oh my god, look at this, because
Betsy does that.
Who does?
Betsy Johnson, her luggage does that.
It does that?
I have a whole set.
Yeah, it looks so cool. When I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, that's game changing. but
it is.
Yeah,
it really is.
I was like, man, I need that because I hate folding up like shirts like this.
And you can put them in one of those little things. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I went to Iowa, I was even thinking that I'm not even gonna start packing shirts like these. I went to Iowa, and it was 70 degrees when I landed, and then 3 hours later a cold front came in, and the next day it was 20 degrees, and it felt like 4 outside. And I didn't have a jacket. I had a sweater, and that's it.
In hope?
Yeah, I had a sweater with a T-shirt under it, and I'm like, this isn't cutting it. So I went to a thrift store to go buy a jacket, but they had all nice shirts like this for like $2 or $3, and I'm like, why am I packing so much in a suitcase? I just go to a thrift store, buy some shirts,
stuff.
and if I don't like it, just donate it back. It cost me $2, $2 or $3. But yeah, they had some good designer brands there and all that. I'm like, dude, like, I think there's a comic who actually does that. His name's Doug Stanhope, very famous dude, but he dresses in these weird, tacky, like big suits and all that. Like some, like if you go to an estate sale, some like 80-year-old man, like old, like in Florida type suit with like palm trees on it type stuff. But he'll go from town to town where he's doing shows and just go to the thrift store and find suits like that and wears them on stage and all that stuff. And I'm like, so I like that idea. So I'm like, well, why pack so much and just, like. I'll take like pants or something because you never guarantee you're gonna find your size. But like shirts, a lot of people wear the same size shirts. So yeah, so I might do that. But I think that I'm looking forward to the food and just the little hole in the wall spots in New York.
And then we're gonna go looking at those. What is it called? Those bars that are in the hole in the wall.
Those hidden ones or whatever. I forget what it's called. I have no clue. That's Aaron and.
No, somebody just told me something about it last night.
Yeah,
Shout
no
out,
clue.
and I can't remember.
No clue what that bar is.
They're called like hidden bars from
or something?
Speakeasy.
Right? Yeah.
There you go. We're supposedly gonna. Find some knockety-knock, like wink, 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 speakeasies.
Hidden doors.
Yeah.
I suck at stuff like that.
I don't care. I'm just going to follow their lead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll go with the flow.
Yeah.
We're going to get to see Book of Mormons.
I'm excited for that.
And that's the creator of South Park.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, Google it. Okay.
It's one of the funniest soundtracks I've ever heard. Like, it's hilarious.
If you grew up with South Park and some of the other comical relief kind of like shows of our generation, that was one of them. Like that just was. And
that would change the game. I remember seeing South Park and I'm like multiple seasons where I'm like, I can't believe they get away with this.
I think the generation before us, it would have been Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I love that. Still, did you see their new movie?
No.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. It's Beavis and Butthead Through the Universe, and it is hilarious.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. And they do a good job at explaining because they rebooted the TV show, and they do a good job at explaining how they haven't aged and how they're here now in our time frame.
They don't even have white hair.
No, they're still
like
Beavis
reverse
and Butthead.
aging.
They do a good job at explaining the whole thing. It's really cool.
Say what it is one more time. So for those
Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
The universe.
If you like the old movie, Do America, then this one I think is funnier. I would say it's funnier. I love Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, but I remember because growing up, my parents never censored what I watched. We were poor. We only had one TV. And all that stuff.
But did you have cable on that one TV?
Yeah, we had cable.
We didn't get to watch cable TV.
Yeah, we didn't have like all the like movie channels or anything, but we just had cable. Every now and then we'd get like HBO, I think, because my dad loved boxing.
No. We didn't have any of that. Wow. We couldn't watch TV Monday through Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But when I got to see stuff like that, it's because I went and spent the night at my friend's house. Yeah.
So, like, the only thing that I think my parents really agreed on was comedy. So, like, I would always just watch comedy. I remember being in, like, elementary and, like, quoting Andrew Dice Clay jokes and Sam Kinison jokes, like, 4th grade. And I'm, like, cussing up a storm with these jokes.
I didn't even know who those, like, comedians were until I was an adult.
Yeah, I grew up watching them. But then Beavis and Butthead came around, and my mom tried, like, you can't watch that. And I'm like, why? like it's so weird that I could watch Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, all these guys, but Beavis and Butthead were... No, you can't watch that for a bit.
The first comedian that I actually saw, like, on a TV special was Bill Cosby.
Oh, wow.
And I remember my parents were watching it, and I came down because we had a long hallway, and he was doing the part about the dentist where your mouth gets all numb and you put the thing in, and it's like he's doing all these different noises. And I remember like a couple weeks later I had to go to the fucking dentist thinking like, oh my God, they're gonna numb my mouth, like, oh my God, and it was just a teeth cleaning, and I came out thinking like,
it would be a lot worse.
Yeah, like, oh,
man, it's
Bill
so crazy
Cosby.
how he got exposed.
Oh my
So
God,
late
I
in the
know,
game.
but sorry about bringing. Too soon, not too soon. I don't care, whatever. It like impressioned me just that spot. I don't know who he was messing with at that time, but it was funny, just the dentist part. But I remember that was like the most funniest thing I'd seen, and I was like, oh my God, that's what it's gonna be like. And then it wasn't like that, and I was just like, oh.
How ballsy would it be of him to come back and do like his, because he's trying to do like another comedy thing or whatever, like he got free. Like how ballsy would it be to go and do like that same type of dentist jokes, but just joke about like, oh yeah, girls when they get drugged with these certain pills, getting on, like he just like with his like lost mind and all that just starts going off his own thing.
I don't know. It's like, do you think it's sanity or is he joking? Is it true? You don't know. And that's what makes it like unfunny at that point. Like I'm laughing because it's like uncomfortably funny.
It's jacked up. Like how ballsy would that be? Like how big of an F you to everybody would just be like, I'm getting ready to die. Like my brain's gone. You know what? Let me have some fun with this. And just
that would be so
it's a skit right there. Screw all these people doing little skits and TV shows.
Somebody's going to come across this and be like, before he dies in the next like 5 years. Like,
you're going to get canceled for suggesting this.
Like, oh my God. That is hilarious. Dude, that's hilarious.
It's a funny bit. See, stupid stuff comics come up with.
It's so perv.
Yeah, this is what we come up with. Just
It's
randomly.
a good time. I love this. You know, and I do want to reiterate, like, thank you for spending your birthday with me. And, you know, my little studio. Beauty Wasted is my partner, and I can't wait for you to like meet her and her be here in the flesh, because every time you come here you're going to see her and her team
with the street interview style, and ask her about her stuff.
You should, because she's so incredible, and I love her. Elisa, I love you, Alicia. Like love. But we have good things coming up here. We have some secrets you're already getting to see. I'm not going to say them because I like a little bit of the.
It involves
mystery.
MySpace, guys. It involves MySpace. Just
MySpace and Polaroids, Polaroid cameras. You know, and the camera recorders with the little thingies, and you have to do the thing.
Old school ones.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing here in Flower Bluff, and thank you for driving all this way, because I am far from Castoria.
The Bluff is racist. I'm scared over here.
No, Port A is racist.
Well, no, I went to Barton. I went to a Barton Street pub once, and we had a big racist encounter out there. These guys, like, me and my cousin were out there. We were doing, like, my sister was doing something. We're supporting her out there. And these dudes come up to us and like, nope, you can't play here, you can't shoot pool here, you can't use this thing. They were reserving it for everybody in the bar, apparently. These like dudes. So I was like, I ain't coming back to this side. Like,
that's okay. The last time we were there, they were like, you need to, like, what is it? Like, keep a hold on your wife, or like reel your wife in, or said like, I need to be on a leash. I don't even know what these fat bitches said, but they said some bullshit like that. And I was just like, I don't know who you are, but you must be following me on Facebook to see my drama to say something like that. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, Flower Bluff is kind of crazy. Our sign got stolen already, so there's that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. And Lisa, if you're listening to this, I'm having to take care of. It's totally fine. Yeah. I'm hanging out with a comedian. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah. We none of our stuff's true. Everything's all no, nothing's true at all.
Nothing that we said today is true. He made it past the border.
I'm actually really a girl. I just put on this outfit. Go on stage.
When we shut all this shit down, I just unzip him in the back and gets out. He's an alien. He's a motherfucking alien. Yeah. Like legit. with his brains, Men in Black style. That's why he's so funny and charismatic, guys.
And it's weird because I have no energy usually, and then I get on stage and it's like 180.
But let's talk about like your real life job. You teach people on a daily basis, so you're actually always like kind of in the limelight.
Yeah,
so that's
I think that's what kind of like it. I think that's what helped me when I first started out get over like the nerves of being in front of it, because like every time I start like in a new job, like I'm the first person they meet, and it's usually like 28 people at a time, and I got to
get a new class.
Yeah, and I got to entertain them off company material, like their stuff, and I had to like, hey, make sure they don't get bored. And I'm like, dude, if I'm killing with y'all's garbage, then I could easily go on stage and just talk about some of my concepts.
But you have to be really good at your job, because our shows that you've produced have been, almost a third your people.
Yeah, people who met me from there.
Yes, like some of your old students, some of your new students. It's
cool.
Collective of people that work actual job per se. I mean, not to bring up some shit, but I mean, some of your material is about someone you currently work with, but it's an ex, and
it's not about anybody I work with.
No,
I never joke about anybody from work or anything like that. Can't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. But my jokes are all about just past experiences in general, and I'll exaggerate.
The choking one is not even accurate.
It's kind of accurate.
Abusive.
I'm not abusive.
No, somebody's asked me, like, does he actually choke chicks out? And I'm like,
yeah, all the time. Learn to tap. No, I don't. Like I have no grip strength. My grip strength.
He has carpal tunnel, people. We're about to be 40.
I had some weird, like 10 years ago, I had some weird thing. It was called like thoracic outlet syndrome, and it was cutting off circulation. And, like, it's no joke. It is really true. For a while, I don't
even know if you're like joking.
No, this is 100% true. It's 100% true. I had lost. This is my strong hand, and it got so weak to the point where I couldn't crush an empty can of Coke. Like I had to do. I went to I did all these tests. And of all the money I spent to get diagnosed, they finally sent me to a neurologist. And I did all these dumb machines, and this neurologist, he grabs my hand, he checks my pulse, and he lifts my arm over my head, and he just has me turn like this. And just by that, he diagnosed what the hell was wrong with me. And he said because when he did that, and with his hand on my pulse, when I turned my neck, the pulse became too weak, he wasn't feeling it. So he knew that there was something blocking here and all that. But all these x-ray machines, MRI and all that couldn't do anything.
So what was wrong? Now I'm interested.
It was called thoracic outlet syndrome. He said something was actually pinching a nerve or something in here, and it was cutting out part of the circulation. So I was getting I was really weak. So even right now, my right hand's still real weak. I can crush that, but I still have to
do you do physical therapy?
I never did. They didn't I didn't have insurance at the time, so the thing that helped was giving massages helped giving the strength back and that little stupid wrist thing. But even then, after a while, this part all burns real fast within a couple of minutes of me doing stuff. So I don't even think I have the stamina to choke somebody out if I wanted to.
I love that. So there that is.
Yeah, so I don't really.
Damn. Yeah, I wonder what we could do.
But I had to do lots of stretches, and I'd have to have a dumbbell on this arm and then pull my neck this way to kind of just stretch all this out, doing muscle relaxers, anti-inflammatory, and
but I think maybe with me being in the personal training and things, maybe I can help you do some things.
A fat ass and
no, resistant bands would be just so good. Watching a show, I don't know. I like Trailer Park Boys personally. Just sitting here, it would help build up some things. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good. I need to do some yoga. I need to get back into yoga. I really miss yoga.
Stretching is so crucial, especially at our age.
Yeah, I messed up my body because I wasn't stretching. For a while, and people who used to know me at the hospital, they were like, "Damn, this dude got fat." I was on a big health kick. I never eat right. I give up on that. But I was training to run a marathon. I was running half marathons. And then I would run, do my run 6 to 10 miles, and then I would go work out. And I don't like CrossFit, but we would do those type of workouts, but not you're on a race to see how fast you do. We'd focus more on form.
It was height.
Yeah. We did hip Tabata type stuff.
Yeah.
And but after that, I would just stretch for 2 or 3 minutes. All right, I'm good. I touched my toes. That's a stretch, and I did so much damage to my body by not stretching and all that stuff that my body gave up. I had finished a half marathon, and then 2 days later I went to run, and I couldn't even run a mile. I couldn't push my leg to go forward. My body just quit on me. It was nuts.
It's just no.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So take care of your body.
Do it for real. Mm-hmm. Gosh, we're all gonna start stretching, and meditation is crucial.
Yeah.
Getting your mind right. I know, I told you for my birthday, I want to do certain things. I was I think I'm ready to do mushrooms. I think I'm ready.
They're a blast.
I'm ready.
They taste bad, but they're a blast.
But and we have some clients and things, and I think it's going to be a thing. And I think that like just hearing your experience and how positive they were, like
Oh,
I was like, okay, like I'm not so scared.
Yeah, it was humbling for me. Like it was
Yeah.
like it to me. It put everything in perspective. But like the thing that I always get scared with psychedelics is I'm always scared of what it's going to teach me. And it seems like every big trip I've had, it's made me more and more careless. Like we're like not like just I'm like careless about stuff. I just like it,
You don't
I
hold
see,
on to
I
things.
just see such a like I feel like I've seen such a bigger picture. I'm like, dude, this is all real. Like I don't care about
Oh,
this. I don't care. It's easy. Like that's a lot of people are like, dude, you're so carefree. You don't care about. I'm like, yeah.
It's not that you don't care. It's like your perspective
Yeah,
is
it's just-
bigger than that.
Yeah, I'm like, this is irrelevant. So
Like the bigger picture is here.
Mhm.
Like what's happening. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
like
it's-
actually you've been preaching that
Mhm.
these last like month or so,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
just like there's things out there like bigger than us.
yeah, and I don't know what it is. I can't explain it.
Exactly,
I'm
but we just
like,
got to keep going because
mhm.
like however it falls, it falls.
Yeah.
Good gosh,
Yeah.
you know, wiser beyond your years, this gang.
Yeah,
I love that you make people laugh, which heightens endorphins, you know, which releases, you know, all these
serotonin,
hormones.
all that,
Yeah,
Much
and
needed.
it fights cortisol, which is the stress hormone that gets stored in your belly fat, people. If you just come to comedy
I'm
shows
stressed.
and you laugh more, it's different. You offset your mentality for the day, and we really need people to start coming out more and
Yeah.
really bringing more awareness to comedy. And comedy is not the thing, you know, for the people that like get offended easily. Y'all motherfuckers stay home. I can't express
come
it.
out.
No, they get so
offended. Oh, wow.
offended. Oh,
Let them.
I hate it. I hate when they're like,
it's-
your comedian said that. You what? Why are you
Yeah,
even
well,
there?
like people need to be offended, but like,
No,
no, like let them. I know it's their right to feel that way.
I don't
They,
like
it
to
just.
offend people.
I mean, you get offended. You get offended. It's like it's. I think Ricky Gervais put it best. Like it's like he doesn't like. I think he says that I don't want you to say like that's offensive. Just say I found it offensive because yeah, at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Yeah,
You found it
right.
offensive, but you know the joke generally is not offensive. I think it's like almost exactly how Ricky Gervais puts it. And I can't agree more with that. It's. You know, people can be offended at anything. Like, and the thing is weird. They'll get offended. Oh, he talked about choking. Yeah, I also made a joke about COVID, and you didn't give a shit about that. Millions of people died from that, but you're fine with that. So, like, you know, like your convictions aren't true. You just want
It's
to feel
comedy
entitled.
though. It's
Yeah,
meant to like push boundaries and get you to think like there was a couple of things like I laugh, but it makes me uncomfortable. But I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then if you think about it, it's like holy shit. Like I think the exact same way. It just brought it to my attention.
Yeah, it's
So,
that's what I like about
So-
it. I think man, I'm just name dropping all comics on this thing,
I love
even Patrice O'Neill, another great comic, passed away. He said like his perfect joke idea is like around. I'm paraphrasing, but if there's a room of 100 people, you have 50 laughing and the other 50 quiet, thinking like not like oh damn, what did this dude just say? Like you get in their head and all that, and you paint a different picture in their head, and I think that's what's great about comedy, and that's why I like it. And it's just a little personal gripe, a little tangent, but when I started doing comedy, I used to love sitting down and talking. I feel like I'll tell a story. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna sit down and tell you a story. And you always hear these stupid comics, and every one of you, yep, you're stupid, you're idiots. Don't say this again. I'm tired of hearing this. But they'll say, oh, it's called stand-up comedy for a reason. You need to stand up. Yeah. Go fuck yourselves, you stupid cunts. Stand up. Comedy. You stand up for something you believe in. You stand up for a point. The
you
word
stand up on stage. That's a step. When you get on stage, you're standing up.
Such a dumb argument. Oh, it's called stand up for a reason. Yeah. The word stand up has multiple meanings. It's not just, oh, I'm standing. Like, you're standing up for a belief and all that. Yeah, so you want to sit down. I don't give a fuck what you do.
And the stools are so high when you sit down, you're standing up.
Just be funny. That's all I care about. You can sit down, lay down. I don't care. Be funny. That's it. That's all I care about. Yeah, it's just so weird. But I see I got so much growth. They're like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like, you haven't been in the game long enough to sit down. Like you have to be a certain level to be able to sit down on stage.
I don't know. I remember seeing Pauly Shore a couple of years ago. His ass was standing up the whole time.
Yeah, but like that's their argument. They're like, yeah, these guys do it. I'm like, okay, well, good for them. They want to stand, they stand. I've seen plenty of comics sit. Yeah, just sit down for a bit, stand up, just
how
do
you
your
feel
shit,
comfortable.
But yeah, I remember I got so much shit for that. They're like, dude, why'd you do that sitting down? I'm like, There's unwritten
Shit,
rules.
now you just stand though.
Yeah, well, now I do, but like,
and you walk back and forth, and
Yeah.
you're animated and
and I
into
think
your own, and I think that's what matters.
Yeah, and it's weird because like I did in the beginning try listening to people, because at first I would pace back and forth, and you remember Mesquite Street stage, very tiny, so
yeah.
it's not a lot of room to pace, so it looks even crazy. You have a guy just going back and forth in a 3 feet thing, but as you get a bigger stage, like how Panacea built and all that, it doesn't look it doesn't look crazy when I'm walking from one side to the next and all that. But like I chose to start sitting down to break that pacing habit. Let me just get comfortable with sitting and talking and all that. But yeah, then I started like,
and Sal's and Bella, their stage isn't so big either.
It's not, but it's still room. I still have room to work and all that stuff to work. Yeah. It's not crazy. Like you're actually hitting a different side of the audience if you're at a different corner. So I like that. But I use sitting down to help break the pacing habit and all that. So if it wasn't for tools like that, like, I probably wouldn't be it. But then I started listening to all these other comics, like, oh, you can't pace, you can't do this. And I was like, at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, I'm not these comics. I'm not them. I'm not like, they're trying to make me their version of what they think a comic is. Like, everyone has their own unique thing.
Oh, that's every industry.
Yeah, but like, so I just say be yourself, Like,
and that's what you are all about. Like, that's like one thing that like gravitated the connection is, what you're trying to do, and like what my brand tried to do is collaborate in a way that everybody grows.
Yeah.
And we try to spread a different light that's not so typical of what has already been here. Yeah. It's different, and you really bring that light, and I commend you on that. Like, kudos. Yeah, there's a couple other people in the community that try to do the same thing, and I just feel like we're a different breed that are bringing it. We're gonna be different, and the experience that you're bringing and providing yourself is incredible. Like traveling and putting on shows for other comedians. I mean, we're outsourcing to Austin, San Antonio.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I never thought I'd do that.
No, and they're coming down here and seeing venues like Panacea, who built a stage especially for that show. Yeah. Shout out to Sam. Helped build that shit.
That was cool.
Yeah,
they did.
And Roots was there that day.
That was really cool. Like, I didn't know what to expect because I didn't see the venue.
They built it the day before. Like, these guys are great under pressure. Shout out to Renee. Y'all got it under pressure. Jacob for holding it down that day.
I walked in and I just felt like I was in a trap house all of a sudden when I walked into Panacea, just because.
Wait, was his name Jacob?
Yeah, that was Joseph.
Joseph. I said Joseph. Jacob wasn't even there. Scratch that.
I don't know.
Joseph, you're right.
I love the green room they gave us. It was such an amazing.
No, it was just, and all the other comedians that came out that night. Shout out to the food truck.
Yeah,
Nene's Kitchenette. It was so good. She told me how to say it like 4 times, and I already forgot.
I didn't ask. I'm such a bad host.
No.
Such a bad comic.
But anyways,
you
put on a great lineup, and that was just after you put on a great lineup again at Gemini.
Yeah.
And we had Michelle, who's hilarious. We had
Berto. Berto was just
like from San Antonio, hilarious. Like, these are like, you're bringing people that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
Which means that a lot of other people in Corpus had no idea.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and I think I told you when I first started, when I teamed up with you, is I felt like comedy was missing something advertising wise. Like, they weren't doing it and they didn't have the right formula. And one of the things I've always learned is take stuff from what you like from different things, successful things, and kind of make it your own. And to me, I remember watching the Houston rap game blow up. When DJ Screw was around and all them, and then Mike Jones and all them kept it going. But the way they did that was they were out in the streets just passing out their stuff. Like, hey, here's a CD, here's a demo. Just listen to me. Just let me go to this club here, man. Just play this song for me. And the
old school hustle.
Yeah,
God damn.
Name a comic who's doing that.
Yeah.
Though. No one's doing that.
No.
Everyone thinks. Social media is strong, but after a while, if all my followers have already seen me, why are they going to see me the next month?
I mean, Jesus, you've gone to the New Wave Expo that was more, cosplay.
Yeah, I've never done anything cosplay.
Dude, you talk to so many people.
Yeah,
we got different perspectives. We've made connections. You have done that, and the reason why we even really have a connection with the flock is because one of the bartenders that happened to be
on the street,
that we approached was a good sport with us and was like, yo, come out, let's do this. So, you know, yes, you are doing different things that other comedians, and again, I commend you for doing that.
Thanks,
Like, super awesome.
That's
oh my
what we need to
goodness.
do.
So he's like on a roll, people. Like, just stay tuned. Follow on all his Instagram, Facebook. We have to get your YouTube completely
I have
going.
it. I have it now.
No, but we have to get it going.
Yeah,
I have content like in a folder that I've been sending you of your content. You know, we need to get it out there. But we do have reels and things that you can see some of his little snippets. And just bear in mind, you know, comedy is like to push those boundaries. It's something that's supposed to make you feel like, is this funny? Am I allowed to laugh? You're allowed to laugh. Like,
I think it's weird that people hold comics up to the standard of being like role model or being good citizens. We're all garbage. We're scum. I've learned
that a lot of y'all have like the same issue. Like, we're all human and going through things, and we all use different situations and circumstances into y'all's stuff. But I will say that you have come around, and this last round of your content has been just great.
I think I'm just hitting more of just now. Like I said, I feel like I'm just an old.
It's not too soon to laugh at some of the stuff now. Like, you know, when you say it's too soon, it's not too soon now. And
but I just feel like I'm just ranting now. I'm just telling you, like, hey, this is what I think.
So, you have any questions for me before we end this whole shindig?
Yeah, when does that all this be? Is this already up and running, the beauty side?
Beauty Wasted will be up and running next weekend. And she is going to be here every weekend doing services, wrinkle reductions, body contouring. I do the ab treatment, and my abs like come through.
What's body contour? There's fold you out contour.
It makes you suction and lipo laser.
Is that how they killed Kanye's mom? Some lipo?
No, lipo laser. This is non-invasive. We don't go in, and there's no needles or anything involved. It's paired with like diet and hydration and exercise. Obviously, she does some postpartum stuff and post-op stuff. Like if you have any procedures to like your areas that are surgical, you can come and do some aftercare here as well. So she has a lot of things going on. We'll have Mia Gorgeous, which is like an accessory thing going on, but it is for body contouring is for men too. We have men clients that come through here. They do the abs. It's intense. It's like doing 25,000 crunches in like 10 minutes.
That doesn't sound fun.
You're just laying on a bed though. You're not even having to actually like do it. So it works. I mean, it works. It's keeping things kind of, but yes, Beauty Wasted and Aesthetics and more on Facebook and Instagram. It's Alicia Cifuentes. She's amazeballs. Y'all hit her up. We'll get you some treatments just on the house, just because I need some practical knowledge. Wrap your sucker out.
We should have some competition thing too. Film some comics coming in and get
no, for real, and like commentate that shit, right? They're like, like some waxing, like when the what is it?
The 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, when he goes chest waxing, he couldn't get through it anymore.
I don't have a lot of hair though to wax. Like I need more legs.
You're Indian? Are you Indian?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're Native
no
American
hair there.
over here, guy.
I had somebody when I was taking a yoga class. They asked me if I shaved my ankles. And I was like, yeah. I decided to stop there though.
He said, like, dude, the only part of my legs that is hairy is my ankles, just right here.
Yeah, I don't get hair in my ankles at all, and then my inner thigh too, just smooth, no hair.
That's so weird.
So I don't do much of the wax services. It took me like into my 30s just to be able to do this. It was pathetic. Like it took a long time for me to get facial hair. So very, very late in the game.
Yeah. Well, hey, so you don't need our waxing services, but on top of anything else, like we can provide a lot of things, and photography and makeup, social media, some marketing things. Yeah. We aren't going to be doing any more like marketing items, like per se, but we will outsource anything that y'all need as far as flags and like banners and things like that. That's just not my itch.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
it's a lot, but.
But
I don't think I have anything coming up, right? Wouldn't have anything. Not just a show, just New York, right? That's
yeah,
it.
But I mean, before that, we're gonna get shows. We gotta get on Mark. We gotta get on the Ritz. Peps too wanted to do something. Got to get back on Peps in Portland.
Oh, cool.
And we got to get back on the Flock. I reached out to the Flock and the Burger Company because they are like, yeah.
I haven't had the burgers yet. I still need to try one.
And then I was thinking if we ever made it out to the island and like further out, 361 Bar. Actually, we were talking about that last night. The stage and stuff, that would be a great venue for comedy until the whole cultural thing. And so now I'm kind of like scared.
I'm not too worried. I mean, those are tourist ones stuff. The Bluff ones live here. The Port A, like especially if we hit it in March or April, it's just in March especially. It's all tourists. So
yeah, we should do that. So we should consider it.
Yeah, I want to. Like I said, I'm tired of just seeing comedy in the same places.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of hearing all these people say that they don't know Corpus has comics.
Yes,
so
that's like what we did. All
me.
The sidewalk interviews, they only know like. But honestly, let's just be fair. The celebrity comics that people know are the same freaking ones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's other ones that we know, and we're like, you've never heard.
Yeah. So.
Like wait.
But like that's the one thing I've always told comics, and like it always fell on deaf ears, but I think we're starting to show now. Like you could bring a big name comic from another city, but Corpus doesn't know him. So how do you expect? Like you put it on Facebook, like like I'm bringing this person. The average person on Corpus could be like, who? Like they don't even know Corpus does comedy. More or less, they're going to be up to date with like an up and comer in Laredo or San Antonio or something. So you gotta get out there, and
that's what we are about.
Yeah, 3 for 3, right? We're 3 for 3 on shows.
Yes, we are.
So that means the next one's gonna suck. So we're due. That means we're due.
Nothing with me sucks. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
God.
Yeah, no, but like we get a lot of support, so thank you. Thank you guys.
Yes, we do appreciate everybody awesome. Like following, and you're just getting out there
and all that stuff. I got a lot of followers from the Panacea show.
You did,
and all that. That was nice. I didn't even plug.
Me too.
I didn't plug my social media at all. I really need to get better at that when I'm on stage. Yeah. So.
But you did on your social media.
Yeah.
Plugged yourself in.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of people following the show.
Mm-hmm.
Panacea and Renee, like they pushed it too. Like it just group hug.
Yeah.
We are so proud of everybody. All right, well we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
So if you want to get with us, follow all our links and everything else. Like happy fucking birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday.
I think I did go without saying as many F-bombs.
I know. I said F-bombs more than you because I just reciprocate the energy, and I know he was feeling it, and so I said it, and coming out of my mouth, maybe it was less dramatic. Yeah. But no, seriously, thank you so much for being a really great client, and actually you're a friend now. Shit, it just means a lot to me, and to be on my show, you're the first man on my non-unisexy show. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing the mail review on Fridays. The last Friday, you've set the bar for everybody else. So
we didn't even review anything. What did we review?
No, you are the mail review. We're reviewing you.
Okay. Yes! So what are we reviewing? Give me some product to review.
Ladies, he is single.
I'll review something in that.
No, seriously, but I really appreciate you being here. So any last words, anything you want to say?
Follow me on social media, and call out some comics. Tell them to come down. If you know a comic from a different city, tell them to message me. If they're funny, we'll bring them down, guys. I promise. And all that. So yeah, I don't got anything else.
Shout out to my sponsors, Fat Tat. Thank you, Bill, and all your staff for supporting me in my podcast endeavors. I'd also like to thank Fine Line in Kingsville. Juan, thank you so much for also believing in me and my podcast. We'll be doing some more pieces on me for competition. I did do this competition piece. It was a delight. So I will be posting some of that stuff going on with him. And I also want to thank just all my fans and everybody that through this transition that have been supporting me and what I believe in, and just group hug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So this is the Fail Me podcast #, 'cause you fail me. Have a good one.
Yep.
Bye.